We finally have the cast for Big Brother 28. It's felt like forever. It really has felt like forever while we've been waiting to kick things off. I know I have been counting not just the days, but the minutes, the seconds, all of the above. It has really felt it's felt very, very exciting, and it's finally here. We had the say it with me, folks, the Big Brother Broveal. The Broveal. Very interesting. But yes, we have our first, I believe, 14 house guests. So there's kind of leaving a little bit of room for, something to, to play out there. But we'll see. I personally have my own. I have my own ideas of what it's going to be. But yeah, we'll see. Now, nobody's saying anything in the chat, so I just want to make sure you can all hear me, see me right now. Okay, yeah, no, there's something coming through. Okay, great. I just want to make sure, because I haven't done a stream like this before. But I don't want to waste any more time. I think we should jump into this cast, find out who's saying what and who looks like they could be a real contender for the crown this summer. I hope everyone's doing well. Let's just dive right in and let's let's go for it. Okay, so this is on the Parade website right now, and it says, meet the Big Brother Season 28 cast, including a surprising RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star. Here we go about that, folks. So the house guests for the new season of the CBS reality series include a rocket scientist, an MMA fighter, and a two-time competitor on RuPaul's Drag Race. Start your engines. Okay, so I've seen like 2 seasons of Drag Race. That show's pretty good. I haven't seen Selena though. I haven't seen Selena. Okay. So, Big Brother 28 is going to be taking us through many eras gone by with its time trip theme. But when it comes to the new group of house guests on the CBS reality series, there's no time like the present. The 14 players run the gamut from a Jumbotron engineer, from an MMA fighter to a rocket scientist, and we're also in store for a bit of a reality TV crossover. And I don't know if I should say, I mean, I also have, there was 14 house guests announced, right? And I've heard more names than just the ones that were announced today. So, and I know, and I kind of have an idea in my head which more names to expect as well, just from stuff I've heard. But we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. So yes, it's Selena from Drag Race. She'll be stepping out of drag and into the house. It's so fun. Oh, there's Frankie Grande. I think I'll keep scrolling. Scroll down below to see photos, bios, and video interviews. Okay, so I think we should just read the bios and see how we get on with that. By the way, guys, is the stream working okay? Is everything smooth? Is the audio all good? Just let me know, and then I can adjust anything that I need to, and keep things running smoothly. Okay, so meet the house guests. First up, our first house guest that we saw on the Broveal was Ashley Trail. Okay, Ashley Trail. Let's have a look at Ashley Trail. This is Ashley here. We're going to be seeing her competing, and she is 24, same as me. Can't complain there. Yeah, no, that's an age I'll go for. So, all right, great. Everyone can see smoothly. Brilliant. She's 24. She's from Alton, Illinois. Current city, Chicago, Illinois, and she is a bartender. Let's see what she describes herself with in 3 words: outgoing, bubbly, and an oversharer. Well, folks, if you've been watching Big Brother for a minute, I don't know if overshare is a good quality to have in this house. But we'll see. Maybe she can, bring it down a little. But outgoing and bubbly, 2 great qualities to have in the house. People will gravitate towards her. And I liked her. I really did. When I saw the Broveal, I liked her energy. So how does it feel to be on Big Brother, Ashley? And 2 Ashleys in a row. Could we end up getting two Ashley winners, 27 and 28 back to back? What do we think? Oh my gosh, to be on Big Brother, I'm actually jumping up and down. I'm so still right now, but internally I'm so very excited and a little nervy. There is some competitive players, but I might be one of them. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I have a good feeling about Ashley. What's your history with Big Brother? So, she says, I've watched Big Brother for oh so very many years now. When I was a little girly girl, me and my fam would make special dinners to view it. I love that. I love that. That's it's right up my street. Total live feed watcher, all of the shebang. Okay, but as I got older, I started being like, oh my gosh, I'm doom scrolling on my phone, and I watched a little less. Did she just call us all doom scrollers? Did Ashley just clock us, all of us live feeders, and call us doom scrollers? And I watched a little less, but recently I got my head back in the game, and it's where it needs to be. So Ashley's strategy. What's your strategy going into the house? My strategy for the game will, in fact, heavily rely on my social ability. I'm a chitter-chatter. She was. You could tell, couldn't you? You could really, really tell. My strategy for the game will, in fact, heavily rely on my social ability. I'm a chitter-chatter. I'll make BFFs with people in the house. Make them like me. Hopefully win some comps. And I also want to have one of the strongest alliances that are just like powering through everything. That's kind of my goal in the game. What's everyone's thoughts on Ashley? I'd love to see some opinions coming through. Do we think Ashley could be a contender? Yeah, it's hard for me because obviously I will give my initial impression of every single one of these house guests, but we don't really know until we start to see them on the feeds. Because when you're doing these preseason interviews, you can package up a pre-made personality into whatever you want, but the truth is we see the truth come out when we see the live feeds. So yeah, I think she's gonna make it decently amount of far. I don't know. I feel her social abilities could work to her advantage in that regard. And I'm only saying this because there's certain other people on the cast that I'm already kind of thinking, I don't know if you're going to make it very far. But we'll see. What's the biggest misconception people have about you? So the biggest misconception that people have about me is that they think I am a box of rocks dumb. They think I'm a little ditz. They think I'm a little airheady. But it's just because I'm having a blast. You go, girl. You go, Ashley. Are you a hero or a villain? Doesn't everybody like to say that they are the hero in a story? I think I am a hero more so than a villain. I guess it just depends on whenever I get there. And if people really grind my gears, the people grinding your gears, you're gonna be a villain. If people grind my gears, the villainess might come out. I would hope, honestly, that these advertisements would disappear. That's just my side of things. I would hope, honestly, for the excitement of it all. I want to be in my villain era. I love a villain. I do. I love a villain. Here's how I feel. I think villains define the seasons, if I'm being totally honest. I think we all remember villains more than we remember the heroes. So if she goes into her villain era, I'm going to be seated. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'll take a quack says, getting people to like you and being likable is different. That is some great insight. That is some fantastic insight. Why are you, this is the final question to Ashley, why are you going to be the next winner of Big Brother? She says, I feel like I am in fact going to be the next winner of Big Brother because my game face is on. I'm really quite literally locked in, and I will do anything that I need to do to get oh my god, to get the $2 in my bank account to be at least 100, 200, or maybe 700,000. Well, I like her attitude. I do. I like what she's saying. I just hope she can put it down. I feel good about Ashley overall. Looking forward to seeing how she does. But let's move on to house guest number 2. This is Barrett Fifer. First of all, I've got mustache envy. I've got mullet envy. I like his style. I really do. I really like this guy's style. Let's talk about Barrett. Barrett is 27. His hometown is Benton. Is it Arizona? AR? I was going to say I am British after all. I've got to got to get better at these states. Somebody bail me out right now. I see Sam's at work right now, so I don't have Sam on the sidelines to bail me out. But I'm going to say Arizona. Okay, so but his current city is Austin, Texas. Okay, so occupation Jumbotron engineer. Wow, that's different. I like that. Describe yourself in 3 words. Okay, so Barrett says he's giggly, charming, and spicy. Oh, Arkansas. Arkansas. Excuse my Britishness. Excuse me. Thank you, folks. The home of Walmart. Okay, how very dare of me. Okay, Arkansas. So yes, giggly, charming, and spicy. That's a great combo. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? It feels incredible to be on Big Brother. In fact, I don't think I will process. I don't think I will process that I'm actually on my favorite show until maybe when I'm winning the game. Oh, I like the attitude. It's the best feeling. It's been a long time coming. I feel like I need to redo this answer already. But I feel being on Big Brother is like a dream come true. Oh, I like this guy. I like this guy. I really do. I'm picking up good vibes. I've applied to this show for so many years now. I've watched this show since I was 8 years old. He's a man after my own heart. I've experienced so many moments from my couch, and now I can't wait to be a part of all these moments in the house and walk out $750,000 richer. I like Barrett, guys. I listen. I know I'm. When I say I'm really trying to come at these people from a game level and see how they're going to do, and I'm already feeling good game vibes from Barrett. I really am. So what's your history with Big Brother? Do we need to read anything more than just... Oh, whoops, we are technical malfunction. Do we need to read anything more than I am chronically online with this show? He's one of us. Everybody chant with me. One of us. One of us. One of us. One of us. He's chronically online with the show. He's one of us, guys. He really is. I've watched the live feed since I was 8 years old. Literally, I watched Keisha's birthday play out in my living room on Big Brother After Dark. Classic. So I'm way unhealthily into the show. Take away the You're healthily into the show. At least I'm in denial still. So to be a part of it is insane to me. Oh my god, I really like this guy. What's your biggest strength and your biggest weakness? I think my biggest strength is my sociability. My my biggest strength is my ability to make friends, my ability to talk to people, my ability to be kind of like this soothsayer in a way. You know, I can't. I'll review everyone afterwards, and then I'll talk about who I think's gonna be, my winner pick, my first boot, all of that kind of stuff. I think my biggest weakness... I think people are going to feel really good about me. And I think my biggest weakness is definitely going to be that if my mouth is not talking, my face is talking. I quite relate to this guy. I really do. So I don't think I'm going to be able to hold in a lot of that reactiveness, a lot of that emotion, because I wear my emotions on my sleeve. So that's going to come out, and in a game like this, I think that would be a weakness. Okay, what's your strategy going into the house, Barrett? My strategy is basically to be everyone's best friend. My strategy is to showmance the entire house if I entirely could do that sort of thing. I get very flirty vibes from Barrett. He's also seemed... Was Barrett the guy in the Broville who said, he would flirt with anyone? He'd flirt with absolutely anyone. I like that. I do. I like that. So, yeah, I want everyone to see me as not only a number, but their friend and someone that they want to keep in this house. I'm going to be someone that they want to keep living with at the very least, and I know that's going to carry me all the way to the end. What are you going to bring to Big Brother that we've never seen before? Okay, let's see. I think I'm the biggest superfan that's ever been on this show. Ooh! That's a statement. You've got to be confident to say something like this. Okay, right. Okay. The only reason I'm skeptical is because there have been people in previous years who've said I'm a massive superfan, and then we know the rest of the story. There's someone from last year that said that, and I don't get that vibe. See, last year with Adrian, I thought Adrian was a lovely guy, but I got the vibe that he wasn't as big of a super fan as he made himself out to be. Barrett, on the other hand, I am getting that vibe. I am getting the vibe that he actually is a super fan. But to say that you are the biggest super fan that's ever been on the show, I'm interested to see if he lives up to that. If he does, he's probably going to become one of my favorite house guests of all time. So yeah, we'll see. So Sorry, I just saw one of Jess's comments there. Um, so I don't, for someone that's been watching the show for 2 decades, I don't think a lot of people can walk in here and say that they've not only been watching the show, but been watching the live feeds, been on Twitter watching this show, kept up online in a very, I'm going to say healthy because I don't, a very unhealthy way, like I have. I think that's never happened before, and I don't think people are going to be expecting that from me. Walking into the house and competing against them. Okay, what's the biggest misconception that people have about you? Yes, he does. He seems like a very friendly and flirty bisexual. He's a man after my own heart. Oh, that's a great question. I think people are going to underestimate my intellect. I think that my mouth can get ahead of my brain sometimes, and I ask really dumb questions, so I kind of come off like a dumbass. Oh, Barrett. And I think people are going to assume that that is a big part of who I am. But really, they don't know that I am not only a big fan of this show, but I am thinking 5 steps ahead of what even they are. Now, are you a hero or a villain? Please say villain. I would love to think that I would be a hero, but in actuality, I think I'm going to be a villain. Okay, I hope I didn't overdo the mic there with those claps. I saw it spike to the red zone. But yeah, villain Barrett. I think I'm ready for this. A chaotic guy who flirts with everybody and is a super fan of the show. Sign me up. This guy sounds great. I like him a lot. Okay. Because I have a way better ability to smile in your face and stab you in your back than I think other people in this game will have, so I think that it's not going to bode well with the house guests. It may not bode well with America, so if I had to take a guess right now, villain is what I would fall into. Do you have a secret you plan on keeping about yourself in the game? My secret is my superfan. My secret is my knowledge of this show. My secret is going to carry me in this game. I believe, because if I let people know just how this, just how into this show I am, I think I'm going to be pretty doomed from the start. So I have to be careful. I'm going to let them know I'm a fan, but I'm not going to let them know that I'm as big of a fan as I am. Okay, Barrett. And then, have you thought about creating a fake identity for this game? I don't think this guy could. I think he's got a great personality as it is. I don't think he needs to mix it up. But he says, I haven't. I don't think I'm going to create a fake identity. I'm going to be pretty authentically myself. Yes, this is what all the kids are doing right now. This thing. I learned that one from Sam. I haven't. So yeah, he says he hasn't created that identity. I think that's good. I really think that's good. I don't think he needs to create an identity. I think be himself, because I mean, just look right now. I'm keeping an eye on the chat right now, just talking about Barrett, and the response seems to be quite overwhelmingly positive. So I don't know. I don't think Barrett needs to change his personality. I think that's kind of perfect. Okay, everyone's just hitting on Barrett in the chat. This is this is amazing. Okay, so, oh, Jess, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate that. That's really, really cool. Little corgi there. That's awesome for 1,000 jewels. Okay, are you open to showmancers? I know showmancers. He's 100% open to showmancers. So I know showmancers are going to ruin my chance at 750k, but I can't help but flirt. We can tell, Barrett. We can tell. I'll flirt with the wall. I'll flirt with the hammock. I'll flirt with everybody else in this house. Like I said, this house is going to be my showmance, I think. So did I just say, yeah, did I read that correctly? Like I said, this house is going to be my showmance. I like. Yeah, I'm really liking Barrett. I really am. I am. Okay, the house is his showmance. Oh, thank you, Lake. I appreciate it. I appreciate the gift. And so I'm not afraid what comes with it, and it's a small house, so I know my abilities to maybe rein that in are terrible. Yeah. I get that vibe. I think he is gonna say I shouldn't flirt. You know, I shouldn't be doing that, and then he's gonna go in and he's gonna flirt. He's gonna flirt real hard. Could we be surprised if we could see? I don't know. I feel like Barrett would flirt with anyone. I really do. It might come off overbearing. That's a good point, but I get the vibe from Barrett. You know those people who are just really kind of like laid back, kind of fluid, that kind of vibe that's the vibe I get from Barrett, and those people are a joy to be around. So that's why I think he's going to do very well. So let's, but he says, rain that in terrible, so I could definitely see a showman's playing out for sure. Let's read why he thinks he's going to be the next winner of Big Brother. I am going to be the next winner of Big Brother because I feel like I've been underestimated my whole life. Yeah, and I feel like even with my 6-foot stick nature, why am I relating to this guy so hard? I'm also getting a loud personality. It's rare when I see someone taller than me as well. Unless it's like a basketball player or something, but Barrett's taller than me. I think people are still going to underestimate my ability to backstab and get my way all the way to the end. So I think this game is going to be a breeze for me. Bold statement, folks. There's a bold statement there. He thinks, but I don't know. I have confidence in this man. Let's just scroll back up. Barrett, I'm excited to see you, buddy. I don't know. I think this guy is going to do well. Very excited. I like his confidence. And I just like his vibe overall. Yeah. Give a hand in the chat if you're looking forward to Barrett. Come on, we got to do some kind of clapometer to see who, or clapometer to see, how well people are backing people so far. So yeah, that's Barrett. That's our first two, and then we're gonna soon move on to Chuck. Look at that smile. What a smile, folks. Okay. I'm gonna catch up, see what people are saying up there. Oh, Katie, thank you so much. Katie says, starting your coffee fun for those late nights. Mwah. I appreciate it, Katie. Can we also give Katie a hand, folks? Katie is a brand new moderator on the channel. And it's only been announced in the Discord so far, which feels like a good time to remind everybody. If you're looking for a fun, nice, chill community to join for this Big Brother season, please come and join the Discord. The link is in the description. Anybody can join. So come and join us. We're heading towards 100 members at this point. So let's get to that milestone, folks. Thank you again, Katie. I appreciate that. Okay, a lot of people like Barrett. That's great. Okay, Chuck. Okay, let's talk about Chuck. All right. And I want to make sure I get the pronunciation correct. Chuck Anyanwu. I think Anyanwu. I really hope I didn't butcher that because I sometimes do butcher pronunciations. But Chuck Anyanwu. Let's have a look at Chuck. Chuck is 27. He's from Dallas, Texas. Let's zoom this in. And he's a supply chain analyst. Okay. So I don't really know what to say much about a supply chain analyst because I haven't really heard of it before. But describe yourself in 3 words. I would describe myself as someone who is one. I have like this bubbly personality. Everyone's bubbly so far, aren't they? Lots of bubbly folks. But I'm also super calm. Yeah, let's see how that calm does when they send Angela back in. I'm also just super fun and easygoing. Again, let's see how that calm does and fun and easygoing when they send Angela back in. So whenever you're around me, you can just kind of feel so nice and relaxed. So I'm super fun, I'm super easygoing, and I'm also super bubbly whenever you meet me. Straight off the bat, I think Chuck is actually going to go a decent amount in this game. I think he's going to do quite well, but I want to see more. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? Being on Big Brother feels insane right now. One, it does not feel real. There's the one end where there's so much money that I can win, and there's a whole other end where I'm about to be in a house with insane people. That's the truth. That is the truth indeed. That's more like it, So it feels crazy and unreal to be on Big Brother. What's your history with Big Brother? I would definitely consider myself a casual viewer. I grew up with women. I grew up with 4 sisters. So they love watching reality TV. So I'm someone to where I'd watch it off and on. I'd always be behind the couch whenever my parents and sisters would be watching, trying to take a sneak peek in, and then eventually I just started watching it and became just a casual fan. I'd say I've been a fan of Big Brother and watching the seasons casually for 5 years now. Oh well, it's funny. My love affair with Big Brother began in a similar way. I remember being a little kid, and of course, Big Brother UK is a lot more. How's the word for it? I would say egregious. I don't know. It's the UK version. There's a lot of explicit. Probably more adult. But even from a young age, I remember peeping my head into the living room. Oh my god, what's this? This is this social experiment where all these people are being put into this house. I was hooked from a young age, and they'd put the repeats on the day after where they'd cut out all the curse words so the kids couldn't see. But then I eventually just became hooked, and it sounds very similar to Chuck there. So, yeah, 5 years. Okay, he's been watching them casually for 5 years. So he's seen all the way back to 23 from, I believe that's right, 23. So he's seen the Cookout onwards, which is what I call the new era, 23 onwards, the new era of Big Brother. So, what's your strategy going into the house? So, my strategy going into the house is going to be, 1, play a masterful social game. I truly feel like I can talk to anyone, and within the first 5 minutes, they kind of feel like, do I know you? And I'm like, you do, but they actually don't know me, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm going to also lie. Again, I grew up with a house full of women where if you tell one person the other, the other person is low-key hearing you in another room. And so you have to lie and not steal, but you have to lie and make someone believe a truth that's not their truth or my truth. Okay, so he's thinking on levels, which is good, There's more than just one level to, when you're manipulating people in the house. And the people who are able to kind of navigate that the best, the folks who are able to remember who they're telling what to and making sure it's not going to get back to a certain person, become the masterminds of the season. Now, I'm not saying Chuck's going to be a mastermind, but that's promising. That's very, very promising. Okay, so and that's going to be my strategy going into the house, play the best social game. Everyone's playing social games. Okay. It is a social game at its core. It really is. On top of that, I'm a built guy, so I know I can win those challenges. Yeah, I see a comp beast. I see a future comp beast, but I don't want to put a target on my back. So, the social game is going to help me get that money. Way to go, Chuck. What are you going to bring to Big Brother that we've never seen before? Oh, so good. Confidence. I like the confidence. I like confident house guests. What I'm going to bring to the show that you guys have never seen before is, I'm not going to come into the house like the guys who are kind of good looking and they also have all the muscles. Okay, watch this. We're going to flash forward, and at the weekend, the feeds are going to come back and we're going to be like, Chuck has won the first power of veto. So what does he say? They love to go full force whenever they get to that first challenge and showcase their body whenever they're working out. When they're just laying by the house. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to try and go into the house and win the women over first. Yeah, this guy seems like he's a smoothie. I think he's going to get, I think a lot of the women are going to gravitate towards him. And from the sounds of what Chuck said, he spent his life around women. So I think people feel quite comfortable around him, and he seems nice. He does seem nice. I'll give him that. He seems that at all. Okay, so sometimes with the guys, they're kind of going, oh wait, no, I missed a line there, folks. Because once I have that trust in these alliances, their alliances, they never really break them. So sometimes with the guys, they're kind of going back and forth across many alliances, so many alliances here and there. But if I know I can win the women over and they can trust me and they feel like, oh, Chuck, you're one of us. Does everybody else see that? Because that's the vibe I'm getting. I think Chuck's going to be like, he's going to be able to bro out with the guys, but I think he's going to be in with the women, like at his core, which I think is a great strategy. I don't know. If he can put himself right in the middle and make sure people don't realize he's in the middle, because he also seems very, very conscious of making sure certain people don't get certain bits of information. And, I think being aware of that is a great start. In practice, it's a whole other thing, but being aware of it, that's a fantastic start. But does anybody else see that? Because I am getting that vibe that Chuck's going to be working both sides and probably in with the women more than the men, secretly. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting right now. Okay, so, but if I know I can win the women over and they trust me and they feel like, oh, Chuck, you're one of us, I know that is going to be something the viewers have never seen before. Because when you look at me, you just see a bro's bro. You just see a guy's guy. Hey, he's aware of it and he's using that to his advantage. But that truly isn't my strength whenever I am just in a large group setting. Okay, so what's the biggest misconception people have about Chuck? So the first misconception people have about me before they get to know me is that you're going to be someone who is conceited. You're going to be someone who isn't that smart, and you're also going to be someone who only cares about yourself. Super selfish. I don't get that vibe. Just from reading the interview, he's got so much depth to him, which I'm excited for Chuck now. I really am. The Broville alone, I wasn't too sold on Chuck, but reading this more, I don't know. I feel like there's more thought. And I know he said a lot of this stuff in the Broville, but maybe it's just after the fact. But yeah. So the first misconception that people are going to have about me is that you're going to be someone who's conceited, you're going to be someone who isn't that smart, and you're going to be somebody who only cares about yourself, super selfish. And when they meet me, and within those first 10 minutes, they're like, wait, you're actually super chill and you're super cool. And that has been something I've always had to have my whole life, getting people to not have those misconceptions about me. So it's going to be one of those things that I know that I'm going to have to face when I'm in the house. But literally within 1 to 2 days, I know I should be able to win 70% of people over. Maybe not 100%, because there's no way you can do that. I'm trying to think of people who've done that before. But I truly feel that that's going to be the biggest misconception about me, is that I'm just this muscular guy who knows nothing about me when I really have a nerd job back home. What do we all think of Chuck? Can everyone give me their opinions on Chuck? I wanna hear. So get those thoughts in while I read this one out. Why are you going to be the next winner of Big Brother? I'm going to be the next winner of Big Brother because, one, I have a data-driven job. In all my life, I've always been into so many things academically, like academic decathlon. And now, leading into my job being an analyst, now I can deal with so much data. Or data, I say data. I could go American data. But I also have an insane social game. I have so many friends from all different walks of life. I'm a first-generation immigrant, so I have that to be able to play for me. And I'm also from Texas, so I have that to be able to play for me as well. I can already hear, like, when they're introducing themselves on night one, and, on the edited episodes, they put up over, like, all of those, the sound effects when people say something. It feels like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse sometimes. Then I grew up around a lot of women, so being able to win the women over and also being a guy's guy is like the best combination of why I think I'm going to put it all together into one and have the ultimate masterful social game to win Big Brother. All right, Chuck. That's Chuck. There he is. There's Chuck. I feel good about this guy. I don't know. I listen. He talks a good talk. I'll give him that. He does. He talks a good talk. But the matter of the fact is, can he walk the walk? I guess we'll find out later this week. But I loved what he was saying about, how he can get down with the guys, but he wants the women to perceive him as, you're one of us. However, there is that double-edged sword where you kind of start to go, what if the women look at him and go, oh, I don't trust you. I feel like you're trying to play both sides, because I think the women will pick up on that, or it could. I'm also thinking as well, if someone like Angela's going to be in the mix, I think she will get very annoyed at something like that. But for Chuck, I'm kind of seeing he's either pre-jury or he's going to make it really, really far. When you get that vibe from some house guests, you just kind of go, okay, you're either early out or you're making it really far. There's no in between. That's the vibe I get from Chuck. All right, let's move on to our next house guest. And this is Drew Campbell. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. Magical. Drew Campbell. Here we go. I like his earrings. They're nice. I like that. And I like the chain as well. Okay, Drew Campbell. He's 22. He's younger than me. This has started to happen the last few years. There started to be house guests younger than me. Yeah. Okay. Temecula, California. That's where he's from, and he's a surgical dental assistant. I almost said analyst there. Everyone's an analyst nowadays. Describe yourself in 3 words: outgoing, fun, which is kind of a boring word, and unpredictable. Okay, unpredictable. I like that one. I like the unpredictable one. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? Dude, it's going to be so fun to be on Big Brother. I'm so excited. I've watched this show since I was 8 years old, and my mom learned how to speak English watching the show. Wow, that's amazing. So it's actually just bizarre. I feel like I'm living in a fever dream. What's your history with Big Brother? I've been watching Big Brother since I've been 8, and I'm kind of like a hybrid fan. I'm a casual fan because I watch all of the episodes, but I do like to dabble in the live feeds. So don't kill me if I'm not the biggest fan watching the live feeds, but I like to say I'm a hybrid fan. I'm going to classify a new one. What do we think? Do we think he's watched many live feeds? What's your biggest strength? I would say my biggest strength is connecting with the people. I mean, my job, I sit there with patients and we just connect. And I feel like at the end of it, I just made a new friend. Oh, that's sweet. So that's the thing. If you're in a job like that, you're going to meet all sorts of people from all sorts of different walks of life. So I'm going in there and hoping that I can just make 15 new friends. That's a red flag. There's my first red flag. Okay. Nope. No. You don't go into Big Brother to make 15 new friends. I'm sorry, but that's a recipe for disaster. You can. It won't work, but you can do it. And it's just, I don't know. I don't think a winner would say that. I just don't think a winner would say that. But it doesn't mean he's not going to be a character. And I feel like it's going to help me pull on the heartstrings a little bit. I don't know, guys. I've got a couple of thoughts about that. What's your strategy going into the house? I don't love the question of what your strategy is going to be, because I feel like every season. Oh, great. No, he said the line that I've always thought I would say. If I was to ever go on Big Brother, he said exactly, if he talks about adapting, I'm going to be so happy. Okay, so because I feel like every season you have to know who's going to be there, I have no idea who's going to be there, and it has to adapt. Yes, Drew. Okay, yes, I love it when people say this, because they get this question every single year. What's your strategy going to be? How are you going to play the game? You don't know until you get in there. If you go in with a preset strategy, that means you're assuming you know all the players that are going to be in there, the dynamics already. It doesn't work like that. Being adaptable is the most important thing of being a Big Brother player. It's if you have nothing else, adaptability is the one thing you need. Because I also think adaptability actually caters for other things as well. I think adaptability allows you to do more things, and it's kind of a broader word to use for things. So I would say my strategy there is going to be fluid. Do I have to win competitions, or is it going to be a big guy winning everything? Do I have to be more of a social guy because everyone doesn't like me? So I think I'm going to do a little bit of both. I don't feel like you should classify yourself into one avenue of that. So I'm going to read the room, and that's what I'm going to try to do best. Interesting. Okay, that was his best answer so far, in my opinion. What are you going to bring to Big Brother that we've never seen before? What would I bring to the show that people have never seen before is my awesome hair routine. What do we think, guys? Look at that hair. Look at that hair. He's bringing his awesome hair routine to the house. Let me zoom out. We can see him in all of his glory. He's bringing his awesome hair routine to the house. Okay. I don't think you guys are ready for this. I'm going to be upside down, hanging off the bed, and I'm going to classify a new style. We're going to call it the Druth. Oh, he's thought about this, hasn't he? And everyone's going to be rocking it after the show. What do y'all think, folks? Flash forward 90 days. Are we seeing the Druth up here? Am I going to be wearing the Druth? Yeah, we'll see. So just get ready for it. It's going to be the new TikTok haircut. What a time we're living in, eh? What's the biggest misconception people have about you? The biggest misconception people have about me is that when they first meet me, it's this guy's just a beach bum who doesn't have a lot of brains. But I actually graduated college with summa cum laude. I mean, I don't really know what that means. Okay. Okay. But it means I'm smart. I know it means I'm smart. So people aren't ready for all the brain behind this hair. Oh, okay. I bet y'all can tell I've got thoughts. Are you a hero or a villain? I think I'm going to be, let's just say, villain. I was going to say with hair like that, definitely a villain. Because then I'll be surprised after the fact when people think I'm a hero. I think I'm just going to do what it takes to win. So in my mind, I'm going to be a hero. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that one. I see a villain. I really do. I see a villain. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, Carla says, Drew feels like the discount Big Brother version of Rizzo, but could bring some much-needed lighthearted vibes. I get Rizzo vibes as well. He doesn't seem like he takes himself as seriously as Riz God. I love the Riz God, by the way, but I think, I don't know. I do see him morphing into a villain. That's kind of the vibe I get. Okay. Do you have a secret you plan on keeping about yourself in the game? I feel like if there is a secret that I am going to withhold, it's going to be maybe how smart I am, maybe my job. I mean, being a surgical dental assistant kind of has a smart person connotation to it, and I want people to perceive me as like the young kid who's just here to have fun. I think they will. I do, I see that. Maybe there's not a lot of brains behind him, but he's just happy to be there. If he can, like, I don't know. Okay, here's my thoughts on what I think of Drew so far. I think he seems sweet enough. I do, I really do. But I like the fact that he wants to play up, the hair, and yeah, there isn't a lot of brains going on here. But I don't know. I think this guy might be a surprise. I don't think he's actually giving away a lot in this interview, and I feel like he might end up being a breakout star or a character. But I get character vibes from him. I really do. And he's the kind of person who's gone in there and thought, okay, how do I go viral? How do I make something of myself? And that means he's probably going to do something interesting. So we'll see about that. Okay. Have you thought about creating a fake identity for the game? Absolutely not. I feel like the less lies that you tell in this house is going to serve you better in the long end. I'm not going to be a guy who's going to lie about my job. I'm not going to tell people I'm a secret gamer. I think I'm just going to go in there and be myself, which I feel people are going to appreciate. And if they don't, then I know where they lie. Okay. Are you open to showmancers? I mean, my mom's going to be watching this, but I feel like my mom would be happy if I came home with the girl, even if I didn't come home with the win. So I'm going to say no. No, I'm going to say maybe. Maybe there's somebody in there waiting for me. Guys, this is a flirty cast, isn't it? I feel like so far this is a lot of, people saying, oh, I wouldn't mind getting a little something while I'm in there. Why are you going to be the next winner of Big Brother? Because I've seen everything. I could write a book on this show. Okay. I mean, I feel like I'm just going to get along with everybody, but I'm going to cut people when I have to. So this is a game of making friends, but also knowing when to get rid of them. Okay. That was something at least. I just hope he says he could write a book on it. I really hope that shines through when we're watching him on the live feeds and just seeing his gameplay. If he's seen it all, show us a bit of all. I want to see if he can incorporate everything he's seen into a nice solid game. But yeah, it's given a little bit of Love Island, but we'll see. All right. So Haley, what a surname there. Thogmartin. Is it Thogmartin? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Haley Thogmartin. All right, Haley. This is Haley. I'll zoom out, folks, so we can see Haley's picture a little bit wider there. So this is Haley. She's 29. She is from Neosho Mo. Well, okay, let me try my Britishness right now. Okay, I'm about to be humbled. So I believe Mo is. Let me get this. Oh my god, why don't I know Mo? Somebody bail me out, please. Mo. Yeah, Wildwood Mo. I'm gonna hit myself as soon as as soon as somebody tells me. Occupation is telemedicine executive. So describe yourself in 3 words: outgoing, bubbly, and fun. Okay, why is everyone outgoing, bubbly, and fun? How does it feel to be on Big Brother? Being on Big Brother feels like a surreal experience, something that you never would have dreamed of. It feels like a once in a lifetime. Missouri, thank you. Once in a lifetime opportunity, and what better show to do than Big Brother? I actually haven't been a long-term Big Brother fan. Growing up, TV was a privilege. So it was up until recently that I started watching, and now I've watched like 10 seasons. What's your biggest strength and your biggest weakness? My biggest strength is probably my heart. I think that I will always stand true to good alliances that are showing me who they are and what they bring into the table. But my biggest weakness is, again, going to be my facial expressions and how true and honest I am. You call a spade, so we'll play that game. My strategy is to come in and not only just be friends with people, but a lot of people. After being sequestered for X amount of days, just want to be heard, they want to talk, so I'm going to do a lot of listening. That's good. I like that. I make friends with a fly on the wall as it is, so I think it'd be a good strategy to come in, kind of listen and kind of be everyone's friend, but kind of turn up the noise a little bit as the days go on and kind of see where that gets me. What are you going to bring to Big Brother that we've never seen before? Something that I will bring to the show that you've never seen before is true, brutal honesty with good integrity. I feel like a lot of people play a big game where they want to be the center of the show and they say things that they don't truly mean, but I think a lot of the things that will come out of my mouth are very honest. And I think I'll probably think about it a little bit more than what I say, but just brutal honesty and maybe a little bit of drama, but in a good, fun, clean way. We'll see. Oh, guys, I'm gonna say it. I'm getting very early boot from Haley. I don't know if it's first boot. I don't know if it's second or third, but I'm getting first boot. It's just a gut feeling. It's a gut feeling. I'm putting it out there. Yeah. Is anybody else getting that? what are we all thinking of Haley? Are we thinking she's going to make it far? I mean, I like what she's saying, but sometimes you can read all the information you want about something, but your gut feeling sometimes trumps all of it. So I'm getting early boot from Haley. I think that's kind of where I don't know. Yeah. What are you going to bring to Big Brother that we've never seen before? Something that I will bring to the show that you've never seen before is true brutal honesty with good integrity. I feel like a lot of people play a big game where they say they want to be the center of the show, and this. Oh, sorry, I read that one already. My bad. Yeah, okay. So brutal honesty. We'll see. I really hope so because I like honest people on these kind of shows. I think as seasons go on, there are less honest people, but we'll see. The biggest misconception I would say about people have me is that I'm intimidating. Some of it's a little bit true. I came with a full leg sleeve. I'm also like 5'9", so which I would imagine is a little bit intimidating. But once you get to know me, peel back some of the layers, I'm just a big bubbly person that doesn't shut up. Okay, I like that. Are you a hero or a villain? She's a hero. I feel it. I don't feel like I'm always everyone's cup of tea, but I'm fun to be around. I'm not saying anyone, but I think I will bring enough to the table that can maybe do a mix of both the hero and the villain side. Do you have a secret plan that you plan on keeping yourself in the game? I do not have a secret that I am withholding. Straight enough. She was honest there, folks, if that's anything to count. Have you thought about creating a fake identity for the game? I don't think I could come with a fake identity. I feel like it's really hard for me to fake who I am. I also think I'm coming in as a very ditzy, bubbly person. And it probably isn't on my agenda because the first time someone says something stupid, I'll probably look at them sideways. But I think my facial expressions might be my downfall. But I'll probably just stay true to who I am. Are you open to showmances? Oh gosh, somebody needs something to look at. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Everyone wants to be in a showmance. Everybody wants to be in a showmance. This is okay. Yeah, no, very interesting. Okay. And then we've got, why are you going to win Big Brother? I'm going to be the next winner of Big Brother because I not only bring good strategy and intelligence, I'm also fit for the competitions. I can also connect with people on a deeper level more than just a surface level. And so I think that'll be a good strategy to come into the game with. And then we've got, this is one of the biggest reveals of today. But yeah, no, I'm thinking for Haley. Very little part of me is thinking she's going to make it far. My opinion is going to drastically change as this week goes on, as we see more and more. Okay, folks, we've got Jason. Jason is also somebody you might have seen on another reality show, RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay, so known as Selena. Selena, I really hope I'm pronouncing this correct. Selena Estites, I feel like is the name on Drag Race. But this is Jason, and I am thrilled because, listen, I've seen 2 seasons of Drag Race. I haven't seen Jason's season. I've seen 2 seasons, and if I know anything about these Drag Race queens, they're going to keep it interesting, and that's what Big Brother needs. I don't like when things get stale. I don't like when things get boring. Send in a drag queen. Let's mix it up. So, yes, here we go. 35. He's from San Francisco, California, currently in West Hollywood, California. An occupation, as we all know, drag queen. Okay. Describe yourself in 3 words. Sweet, mischievous, and fun. She's fun. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? It feels crazy to be on Big Brother. What's your history with Big Brother? I'm low-key a superfan. I watch live feeds when I'm bored and I need something to watch, and I've been watching since season 16, so I've been around. Talk about your previous reality TV experience on RuPaul's Drag Race. I've been around, I've played the game before, and listen, I played the game in a way where it did not work in my favour, so this time I'm really trying to come in I'm really trying to come in and win this thing. So I've done my research, I've done my homework, and I'm going to play it really smart. And I think a game like that will get me to the end. Man, drag queens, here's the thing, drag queens are so, like, bubbly and out there, and they're very, very good at like working people. They have to put on a show for a living. They do. They have to put on a show for a living. So, and they have people eating out the palm of their hands. I think Jason is going to go very, very far. And, it's going to be fun as well, because I bet, he's obviously going to be playing as Jason, but then I bet when it's nomination ceremony time or eviction night, he's going to be dressed to the nines in drag, which is going to look fabulous. I don't know. I'm really, there's a lot of variety with Jason. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, well, I've just got Drag Race spoiled to me there. I'm going to skip past that because I don't want to get it too spoiled. How do you think Big Brother will differ from Drag Race? Big Brother is so different from Drag Race. I'm so glad he is acknowledging that as well, because I think a lot of people, coming from other shows and go, I've done this show, so I'll be great. Doesn't work like that. Every single show is a different beast. There's so many legendary gamers from Big Brother or Survivor that have said, all right, I'm going to do the traitors. I'm going to see how I do in the castle. And then they do not so great. So I'm glad that Jason's aware of that. Because Drag Race is about my drag, these talents are in a different pocket that I have that a lot of people haven't seen. Celine is out the door. Jason gets to play this game. I bet that's also really exciting as well for Jason to be able to show the Jason side more, which is fantastic. And I'm excited for the world to get to know me, and for me to get to know myself. Oh, that's very sweet. And for the house guests to get to know me too. I'm getting good vibes from Jason. So thank you, David Cushmore, for your super thanks. That really means a lot. It says, hi, Tom. Big Brother has to be $1 million. I'm with you, David. I really agree. Big Brother, it should be $1 million. Definitely. So what's the biggest difference in your prep? Okay, this has been so much cheaper. Drag Race is so expensive. I'm still in debt from being on All Stars, so hopefully I win some money here so I can pay that off still. Okay. It's so much more exciting that I don't have to shave, or I get to have chest hair. We get to see my chest hair. It's very exciting. Oh, he's funny. He's very funny. I like Jason. I really do. Will Selena be making an appearance in the house? Listen, y'all have seen Salyanka? I hope I pronounced that. Salyanka already, but I may have to whip her out if I need to. I brought her with me. She's in my suitcase, so don't you worry. She's here. But I'm going to make her come out when the time is right. It reminds me of Celebrity Big Brother in the UK. We've had two, if I remember correctly, two drag queens go on to Celebrity Big Brother in the UK. And get this, both of them won. 2 for 2. I can't think of any other drag queens that have been on that didn't win. I could be missing out one there, but Courtney Act went in and played as Shane and Courtney, and dressed up as Courtney on, eviction nights and all that kind of stuff. And Danny Beard. Danny didn't win. Did Danny win? I can't remember. Did Danny come second? Basically, they've got a really good track record on Big Brother UK. US is a different beast, though, but the thing I took away from watching the drag queens on Celebrity Big Brother UK was the fact that every single person it's like watching flies or, insects go towards the light. People just gravitate towards people who, are so outgoing and entertaining and make people laugh and smile. And drag queens have you belly laughing. They really do. They have you belly laughing. So I think Jason is not going to have a single I think his social game's taken care of already. Yeah, I social game taken care of, and I just want to see, has Jason got some strategy? Can Jason, get down with, some intense strategy? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping for there. But like I said, I've seen drag queens on Celebrity Big Brother UK, and their social games, even though it's a different kind of a game, everybody likes them. They rarely get nominated because people just love being around them because they're so funny and entertaining. And I'm getting that vibe from Jason. That's great. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. So, have you ever gotten into drag on a live feed before? I've never gotten into drag on a live feed before. Oh my god, it's going to be like a makeup tutorial for free for the live feeders. There's going to be a bunch of little Selenas running around the world. Well, that's very sweet, isn't it? It's also a great representation as well, which just warms my heart. I love that. What do you think will be harder? Walking into a house filled with a camera or a workroom filled with queens? A workroom filled with queens is so much harder than a room full of cameras, baby. Give me a room full of cameras any day. Get the queens out of there. It's funny because from what I've seen of Drag Race as well, These queens are very quick, fast, and you need that. You need that in the Big Brother house, because even if you have to BS your way through something that somebody asks you or puts you on the spot with, drag queens are so, like, I don't know, from what I've seen, they're so quick-witted and so fast at being able to, maneuver the conversation back to the other person. I love that. I think Jason is probably going to bring that to the table, and that's really going to help. What is your strategy going into the house? Listen, if you watched All Stars Baby, you saw I was the Alliance Queen. I had the Peck Peck Alliance, I had the Tres Leches Alliance, and I had an alliance with the cameraman. Wow, I was ready to play, so here we come into this game. I have to be a little smarter about my alliances, but listen, I might bring the Peck Peck Alliance back, okay? I'll see if someone's down and go with me. I really want to get in with the straight boys. I want them to work me out and make them their little muscle god. I couldn't keep a straight face while reading that. I want to have a body this summer because of them and let it think it's their fault. Win competitions, be like, oh my god, you guys have been training me so good. You see what's happening? So I definitely feel like I want to work that angle. And then, of course, I got the girls. Because I'm a drag queen, they're going to love me. Jason, I think everyone's going to love you. I think the majority of people are going to love you. I'm seeing good things, from Jason. What do we all think, guys? Can we get some opinions on Jason in the chat? I get the feeling it's going to be overwhelmingly positive, but I'm very, very excited to see what Jason does. I think he's going to be a chameleon in the game, and there's two names so far that I'm feeling good about on a game level: Barrett and Jason. But we've barely scratched the surface. We should keep going. And we're also going to find out why Jason says he's going to be the next winner of Big Brother. I think I'm going to be the next winner because wouldn't it be iconic if a gay first-generation Latino drag queen won Big Brother right now in 2026? Let's go. Listen, represent, Jason. Let's go. I can't wait to see how you do. I think you can do great. I'm very, very excited. We're gonna be finding out in just a couple days' time. Wow. Yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, next up we've got Kamu Kirk. Okay, look at those tattoos, aren't they marvelous? Wow, they are beautiful tattoos. I'm blown away by that. Let's find out about Kamu. Okay, so Kamu is 32 years old. And location, Phoenix, Arizona. Occupation, MMA fighter. Wow. Wow, MMA fighter. So, this guy's a professional. He's I'm looking at him, and I know I probably shouldn't, but I'm thinking Comp Beast incoming. New Comp Beast. Listen, he's an MMA fighter. But what I will say though is, out of all the personalities so far, he seems to be the one that would mesh the least into the group. But of course, there's more to be revealed. But I'm interested. I'm interested to see what he has to say. So, describe yourself in 3 words. I think I'd go with ambitious, driven, and laid back. Interesting. Ambitious, laid back. That's a good combo there because, you can be driven and ambitious all you want, but if you can't keep the balance in life, if you can't keep that laid back thing, you're going to burn out. So I admire that combo. And I know laid back might be 2 words, but I combine that into one. We got you, Kamu. We know what you're talking about. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? Those tattoos are gorgeous, Katie. I agree. Being on Big Brother is absolutely surreal. I grew up watching this show from the time I was around 16 or so. Oh, well, that's great, isn't it? So he's been watching half of his life. Great. I started watching season 14. Great season. And some good name. You've got Dan, you've got Janelle, you've got Ian. It's some good names in there that go down in the books. And ever since then, I've wanted to go on the show, and finally to be here is incredible. What's your history with Big Brother? I first started watching Big Brother when I was around 16 years old. The first season I watched was season 14, and I was introduced to the show really with Dan Giesling when he did Dan's funeral. Can we all see the new Hall of Fame up there? There's Dan up there. I've got all the my most iconic Big Brother Survivor moments up there. Of course, Dan gets a spot on there for the funeral. And ever since then, I was obsessed with the show. I would occasionally tune in to the live streaming as well, but for the most part, I've been somewhere in between a casual fan and a super fan. Okay, let's go. I won't miss an episode, but I'm not always watching live streams. I like this guy. I like him. What's your biggest strength and your biggest weakness? My biggest strength is my ability to form relationships with people. On the opposite side of that, I'd say my biggest weakness is that I tend to be a little bit too trusting of people. Okay, so I don't know. Yeah, he needs to find that balance there, which I don't know. Judging by his answer at the beginning when he said ambitious, driven, and laid back, I love that combo. I really do. Because, I really do believe life is all about balance. And those two things are very one way, and that's the other way. And to be able to master all three at once, oh, I love that. I love that for him. So yeah, he needs to he's got to walk that line. So I have to understand, I give people the benefit of the doubt, so I have to understand moving forward that although I'm going to want to form real relationships, in the back of my mind, I have to remember that they're playing this game for themselves too. Who was it? Who said they wanted to go in for 15 new friends? Was it our lovely friend Drew? 15 new friends. That's the one thing I didn't like about Drew's bio. But yeah, I don't know. Let's keep going. So I have to understand moving forward that although I'm going to want to form real relationships, in the back of my mind, I have to remember that they're playing this game for themselves too. So I can't be overly trusting. Good. Clock it. Clock that T, as the kids are all saying nowadays. I've seen that happen too many times with people, and they end up having to take the knives out of their backs. Yeah. Yes, Kamu, that is true. I'm glad he's aware of it. What's your strategy going into the house? My strategy into the house is going to be able to play a good social game. I really hope he has a way that he can tamp down his comp prowess because, he doesn't have to reveal that he is an MMA fighter for people to realize that he's going to be able to win comps. So I really think he needs to be able to develop some kind of thing that allows him to just lower the threat level. Yeah, so there's that. What do we all think of Kamu? I'm interested. Let me know your thoughts on Kamu in the chat. Oh yes, by the way, folks, the Discord is now open to everybody. So if you're looking for a lovely community of people to hang with as the summer begins, please consider joining the Discord. Let me just pin it at the top so we can get some new members in there. We're heading towards 100 members. It's growing fast, so come on in and join us in the Discord. The link is pinned in the chat. So, my strategy going into the house is playing a good social game. I want to get along with everybody. That's kind of my personality anyways. I tend to get along with everybody from different walks of life, and I want to play a good social game and win the comps that I need to win without being seen as overly competitive or too big of a physical threat. I know my cauliflower ears and my crooked nose are a dead giveaway that I'm a fighter, and I've seen competition. Cauliflower ears? Why have I never heard of cauliflower? Oh, now I've heard of cauliflower ears. Yes, I understand. Thank you, Kamu. Didn't need much more reference there. Cauliflower ears. That's a new one. I'll remember that. But I want to show that I'm not a huge physical threat. How? You've got to figure that one out, haven't you? Yeah, you got to figure that one out. Okay. But I want to show people that I'm not a huge physical threat. I want to get along with people and be easygoing in the house. Okay, what are you going to bring to Big Brother that we've never seen before? That is a good question. I think something that maybe you guys have never seen before that I could bring into the house is the ability to compete at the highest level in the world at a world-class level. Yes, those go hand in hand. To be able to deal with pressure and to be able to deal with the ups and downs and deal with the adversity. As well as maintaining my cool and focusing on good social alliances, winning strategic comps when I need to and making the right moves, working with the right people, doing the right things and saying the right things at the right times. Okay, I feel that to me feels like someone's asked ChatGPT how to play Big Brother. Does anybody know what I mean? Y'all know. I don't know. We'll see. What's the biggest misconception people have about you? I think the biggest misconception that people may have about me when they first meet me is that I am kind of a mean guy. I think I kind of have a little bit of a rough exterior between my ears and my nose and the tattoos, and I think that once people get to talk to me and get to know me a little bit, They realize that I have a heart for people and I'm actually a really, really nice dude. I hope that's the case. I really do. Yeah, I just hope he is able to manage that threat level in terms of the physical prowess. Because usually, I don't know, I feel like it's been recently, people are starting to get the big muscly guys out sooner, which is about time, right? You know, because so many years they've just let them skate to the end. And I'm just thinking you've had so many shots to take these guys out, but you just haven't. So we'll see if that happens this year. Are you a hero or a villain? I'm getting hero from this guy. I guess you'll just have to watch and find out. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win this game. That is a priority number one for me. Whether that means I need to be a hero or whether that means I need to stab some people in the back and be a little bit of a villain to make it further, I'm going to do whatever I have to do in order to make it to the end and win the title of Big Brother Champion. One thing I will say about Kamu is he seems like he is very, very aware of the fact to not trust people too much. He seems like he always is reminding himself, don't get too attached, it's a game. And if I have to backstab people, if I have to betray somebody that I've known for a few weeks to get this money for my family, I'll do it. I couldn't ask for anything more. I like that. Have you thought about creating a fake identity for the game? Well, I think out of the people we've looked at so far, this is the one that if anyone was going to create an identity, it would be the UFC fighter, right? You know, it would be MMA, you know. I have thought about whether or not I want to create a fake identity, and I partially want to withhold some information about the truth. Good for you, bro. I'm going to let everybody know that I have fought. I'm not going to let people know that my family owns the gym. I feel like it's a random thing to keep secret. Oh, God, his family owns a gym. We better get him out. And I have fought in the UFC. Now, that's more of a secret to keep. But my family owns a gym. Jesus Christ. We got to get this guy out. His family owns a gym. I don't want people to look at me as more of a physical threat by realizing that I fought at the highest level in the sport. I don't want people to think that I come for money because my family owns the gym that I train at. So yeah, I'm going to be pretty honest, but I am not going to be totally honest. Okay. He's walking the line, isn't he? On all of these answers, he's walking the tightrope, which I guess that's the best thing to do in Big Brother. He's finding the balance. Are you open to showmances? I don't want to do anything that's going to get between me and my first love, which is winning. Good answer. Great answer, Kamu. So first and foremost, I got to make sure I keep my eyes on the prize. And if I make some good connections in the house, then we can explore those after the game. Showmancers are dangerous because immediately two people are seen as a pair, right? They're seen as one. They're going to vote the same way and their loyalties with each other are always going to be stronger than their loyalties to their alliances. So typically, so I want to make sure that I avoid that. I don't want to paint any unnecessary targets on my back. Why are you going to be the next winner of Big Brother? I am going to win season 28 of Big Brother because I believe that I've really been battle tested with my career as an MMA fighter. Yeah, right. This is a really, really unique skill set that, you know, isn't often in the Big Brother house. And after fighting in the UFC, I've been through all the ups, all the downs. I faced every sort of adversity that you can imagine. Because also in the fighting world, there's a lot of social barriers that you've also got to work around as well. So I don't think this guy will be any stranger to some workplace politics, which means that he's probably, you know, going to have a transferable skill set to bring into the Big Brother house with him. I've faced every sort of adversity you can imagine. I've had 11 or 12 MMA related surgeries and I've still managed to maintain a winning record in the sport. Go you. And I don't think that the other house guests are going to be able to boast the same type of resume as I have and as I can coming into the house. What do we think then, guys? Pre-jury? Is he going to make it to the jury? Could he win the whole thing? I don't think he's going to win. My opinion could change as the week goes on. It will. Not could. It will. Do we think he could win? He's won best tattoos, that's for sure. What a great set of tattoos there. I don't know, though. We'll see how Kamu plays out, and then we'll move on to our next one, Latrice, who I'm very excited to talk about. Let me just see what's going on in the chat. Everyone say hi. I want to see who's in here. Okay, so Jess says, I get the feeling that he and Chuck are going to click like Final 2 Promise on day 1 or day 3. Oh, sorry, Final 2 Promise on day 3 click. I could see that. But I'm also keeping the idea that, you know, Chuck wants to, you know, work the girls as well. So I feel like he'll be in with there. Tom, you said you relate to Barrett a lot. Are you also bisexual? Yes, I am. That's right. Tell you own a gym. Okay, Butterfly says, tell you own a gym, not you are a fighter. Right, yeah, I was going to say the gym thing doesn't feel like, whatever. But I think don't tell people that he's an MMA fighter. But again, there are giveaways. There really are giveaways that people can tell. Wolf says, yes, if he's there, a live AI arena or blockbuster, he's going to be able to keep his nerves calm. Yeah, this guy, I think, might be a bit of a Big Brother blockbuster threat. You might be trying to get him out every single week, but he just keeps saving himself in the blockbuster. And there's also another name that I don't think has been revealed yet that I also have in mind as somebody who might be able to crush the blockbuster every single week. Yeah, I think some of y'all will know who I'm talking about. Some of y'all won't, but, we'll wait until it's actually revealed. Okay, so we've got Latrice Verrett. Straight off the cuff, just after watching the Big Bro reveal, she's the one I'm looking at the most of somebody who I think is going to be a very, very good player. Let's talk about Latrice. Latrice is 57. First of all, can we just talk about how Latrice looks fantastic for 57? When she said 57, I gasped. I really did. I gasped. What a lady. Let's have a look. She is from Kankakee. What a great name. Kankakee? I hope that's right. Kankakee, Illinois. Current city, Maplewood, New Jersey. Occupation, boutique salesperson. So, describe yourself in 3 words. Absolutely fantabulistic, fantastic. That is the best 3 words we've got so far. It's creative. It's different, She's oozing with personality. Oozing. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? Oh my gosh, it feels so amazing to be on Big Brother. I'm still pinching myself. I cannot freaking believe it. I'm so excited. I'm ready to get this game going. So am I, Latrice. Let's go. What's your history with Big Brother? I have been watching Big Brother since the 2nd season. I was heavy and hot into it for many, many years. I used to watch the overnights, the live feeds, I was in it. And then I fell off a little bit, and now for the last couple of years, I've been back into it, and now I'm in it myself. What? I'm so stoked. Me too, Latrice, me too. What's your strategy going into the house? Can we also talk about as well, like, her charisma in that Big Brother Broveal video? It just bounced off the screen. It's bouncing off just in the text I'm reading now. Just in her written interviews, it's bouncing off the screen. I'm a real social game player, and because of the fact that I have never met a stranger, I am always very vested in people, and I have a big discerning spirit. So I'm very social. I'm really social, but I really think I'm going to surprise a lot of people because I'm very physical as well. So, try to put me on the block. I'm getting off with a veto win. Oh, folks. The confidence. Try to get me out of the house. I'm coming out with a head of household win. So, I've got a little different things that I'm going on. But you never really know until you get in there and you see who else is in the house and how you got to work it. I'm playing like football. Calling an audible? I'll call an audible in a second. She is full of personality, isn't she? She is full of personality. What is the biggest misconception people have about you? The biggest misconception people have about me when they first meet me is that I'm not as down to earth as I am. Because they see me when I walk in, I'm always pulled together. I'm always cute. I've got my I've always got my little makeup on, a cute little outfit, and they probably think I'm a little snooty. I didn't get that vibe at all from Latrice, if I'm being totally honest. Not a snooty vibe at all. I got very real vibes from her. But I am the least snooty person you would ever want to be in your life. I am so down to earth. I'm from a country town, so I'm a country girl. I'm very, very sweet. So that's one of the things I think they're very surprised at. How nice I am. I can be a bitch though, but anyway. Guys, Latrice, come on. She's great. Are you a hero or a villain? Oh my gosh, by nature, I'm such a hero. I am so much more of a hero than I am a villain. She's 100% a hero. She's the hero of the season. I'm envisioning AFP already. Maybe I'm jumping the gun a little too fast there, but I'm getting really, really great vibes from Latrice. However, I do have that side that if you really push me, I can definitely bring out some devilishness. And I got some claws, so I can make that happen too. But I try and keep that at bay. Okay. These are all great answers from Latrice. Why are you going to be the next winner of Big Brother? First of all, we are about to create history in Big Brother. Because say it for louder for the people in the back, Latrice. Because I am about to be the oldest winner in Big Brother history. 58 years old, walking out that door with confetti. Because I'm going to make it happen, baby. I am a social game player and I also get down physically. So watch out. Guys, I have chills. Chills. Okay, watch out. That's watch out. Those 2 words. Watch out. Wow. That was a cast bio. That was a cast bio and a half. She's confident. The only concern that comes to my mind is that she'll burn out fast. But she's down to earth, and as a result, I feel like she'll be able to keep herself grounded and navigate the high seas of the Big Brother house. I have a good feeling about Latrice, more than a lot of people on this cast. Very excited about her. She seems very committed to the game. She seems like she's here to play. And what I love about her is she has an attitude that I think has been missing for so many years. So, and it's this part here. I'm just going to highlight it. So, try to put me on the block. I'm getting off with a veto win. Try to get me out of the house. I'm coming out with a head of household win. That, if you've been watching me for years, you will know that is exactly what I want to hear from a house guest. Let's go, Latrice. All right, let's keep it going, folks. Lyric Medeiros. What a lovely name. Lyric Medeiros, and she's got such a pretty smile as well. Lyric Medeiros. Okay, so she's 25 years old. She is Honolulu, Hawaii. Yeah, that's great. And occupation, attorney. Let's find out more about Lyric. So, is everybody gonna say outgoing? I suppose. Can someone do an outgoing count? What's it up to now? 74? Describe yourself in 3 words. Outgoing, positive, and funny. I'd like to think that I'm funny. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? It feels amazing to be on Big Brother. I'm so excited. I've been watching this show forever for forever. And it's also really special to me because my grandma was the biggest fan. Well, that's very, very sweet. She passed away this December and she lived on the island of Kauai. And I know that she's cheering me on from heaven now. Well, that's beautiful. I love that. What's your history with Big Brother? I've been a Big Brother fan for a couple years now. And I've loved it because of my grandmother, but I'm definitely a loyal fan. So yes, I am watching those live feeds. I want to see what's going on before the things happen. Great. I want to be on the in. I am the Big Brother fan in my family. What's your strategy going into the house? My strategy is to be a little bit of a comp beast and to be a very strong social game player. My dad gets along with any kind of person and my mom is super athletic. And so if I combine the strength of both my parents, we're going to be golden. Win the competitions that I need to win, throw the competitions that I need to throw, but also be friends with everyone in the house. Right. See, I usually have a bit of a red flag when I'm, looking at people who say they're going to be friends with everybody. I have to revoke my win card from Lyric after she said that, just because I just don't really think anybody like that usually wins. I like her, though. I do like her, but saying stuff like that isn't going to get you the win. In Hawaii, we're known for our aloha spirit, and I think I radiate that. Yes, she does. You can see that just from the picture. So if I can bring that from the Big Brother house, I think we have a great social game, and combine the comp beast, winner. Okay. Interesting. What are you going to bring to Big Brother that we've never seen before? I really like that question's being answered as well. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'm seeing the chat tell me that Lyric has been on American Idol before. Val is telling us that she was on American Idol 21. Interesting. I wouldn't have known that. I don't watch American Idol, so good to know. Good to know there, folks. We know that Lyric has been on American Idol from the sounds of it. So she can probably sing as well. How far did she make it? Did she do well on American Idol? We'll find that out soon. Okay, I think when a lot of people first meet me, they think I'm just this sweet, kind girl, but I'm very competitive. A lot of people don't think that I'm athletic too when they first meet me, but I'm super athletic. I go to the gym every single morning at 5 a.m. That's dedication. And after work, I go back to the gym at 5 p.m. Can you tell that I'm single? That is dedication. That is such dedication. Way to go, Lyric. I really think she is bubbly. A lot of these people have said they're bubbly and outgoing, but you can feel it. You can feel it on some of them. I feel it on Lyric. I think she's going to be good socially and competition-wise, which is a deathly combination in the Big Brother house. I'm also getting vibes that she might end up in a showmance. But, people who've been in showmances have won Big Brother before. So, all power to her. But I do think we now, in modern-day Big Brother, people are more highly aware of showmances and try and, cut the cords when they can. But, Vinny and Morgan, went to Final 3 last year. And I know we're not giving them the actual showmance title there because, it was more of a situation, will they, won't they type thing. But I don't know. You can get to the end in showmances still. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so what's the biggest misconception people have about you? She was eliminated during Hollywood Week. Played it too safe. Okay, well, let's hope she doesn't play it too safe in the Big Brother house. Thanks, Katie. So when people first meet me, they think I'm just this sweet princess girl with nothing else going on. I'm just very sweet and kind. And yes, I am that. I am very sweet and kind, but there's more to me than that. I went to the University of Notre Dame. I graduated in 3 years, so I graduated a year early and went into law school really quick. Graduated law school early, passed the bar at 23. Guys, she passed the bar at 23. Also, can we also remember? Attorney. Lyric's an attorney. Ashley won Big Brother last year. She worked in law. Xavier won Big Brother in 23. He worked in law. People in law professions seem to be, excuse my language, but the hot shit in recent Big Brother. I don't know. I'd keep an eye out on that. So Lyric's definitely. I know I revoked my win card, and I still have, because when you say you're going to make friends with everybody, but maybe I'll give her my win card back if I see her betraying people and not necessarily trying to make friends with everyone, because it just doesn't work. It's not a legitimate strategy. Are you open to showmances? Here we go. Oh wait, no, I missed one. So I work really. Oh Lord, folks. So I work really hard, and I have a lot of other things that I do on the side. I'm also a singer at a luau show. I perform every week. So she's got a lot. She's got a lot of talent, hasn't she? There's a lot of things that a lot of people don't see when they first meet me. A lot of my friends like to call me a jack of all trades because I literally can't say no to anything. And I do anything and everything. That's why she's been on American Idol and Big Brother, and we'll see what's next. Are you a hero or a villain? Lyric is definitely a hero. Oh, a third person. But if I need to be, I think I can be a villain. But I will do it in the kindest way possible. That's not really a villain. She's going to be a hero. She's going to be a hero. Are you open to showmances? I'm absolutely open to a showmance, but if it doesn't affect my game. Because I know watching Big Brother, if you're in a showmance, sometimes it can mean a huge target. So if this gorgeous man is not going to ruin my game, we can work something out. I am starting to get better vibes just the further I'm reading down from Lyric. I like her. She's very, I don't know. I'm reading some of these people and they're not popping off the page for me, whereas Lyric is. She is one of the people who is popping off the page. Oh, Mama's in the house. What's up, Mama? Mama says lawyers have a great feeling for what to disclose and what not to disclose. Right, that's just as important, what not to. They also are very careful about who gains their trust. I think we're gonna see. Lyric do pretty well, folks. I really do. I'm feeling good about Lyric. I'm not saying winner, but I'm feeling good about her. But let's find this out. Why is Lyric going to be the next winner of Big Brother? Lyric says, I'm going to be the winner of Big Brother because I think a lot of people who underestimate me when they first meet me, a lot of people do underestimate me when they first meet me, and they think I'm just this princess girl who's very happy and bubbly, and yes, I am those things, but I'm also very hardworking and driven, and I also think when people underestimate me, it's going to work to my advantage in the Big Brother house. They won't see me coming. Yeah, let's see how Lyric does. I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts about Lyric. Are we put in if we think pre-jury or post-jury? if you think how far she's going to make it. As we move on to our next house guest, it's Mallorie. Okay, Mallorie Oricio. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Beautiful smile there from Mallorie. She's 24, same age as me. That's a couple of 24-year-olds this year. I'll be keeping an eye on them. Location, Township of Washington, New Jersey. And she's a rocket scientist. What a cool occupation. Describe yourself in 3 words. Funny, hardworking, and outgoing. Everyone's outgoing. Everyone. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? I am so excited to be on Big Brother. This has been a dream for pretty much my whole life. I can't believe it's happening. It doesn't even feel real. What's your history with Big Brother? I've been watching Big Brother for pretty much as long as I can remember. My mom has always been watching the show. Before I could even speak, I was watching Big Brother, basically. So my whole life, I've been watching it. I'm more of a casual viewer. I just watch the episodes. I've seen some of the live streams, but the episodes are what I mostly watch. Okay, well, at least you've seen the episodes. What's your strategy going into the house? So, going into the game, my strategy is going to be to rely a little bit on my social game, because that has always been one of my natural strengths. But then I am also pretty athletic and smart as well, so I'm going to have a little bit of all 3 that's going to get me pretty far. What are you going to bring to Big Brother that we've never seen before? I think I'm going to bring a type of fun, outgoing, energetic energy to the house that has never been seen before by someone that is also a logical and smart thinker. Okay. I'm getting pre-jury. I'm tapping into my psychic skills right now. I'm getting pre-jury. I'm getting being interviewed by Julie within the next month. We'll see. What's the biggest misconception that people have about you? I think when people first meet me, they assume that I'm a little bit ditzy and a little bit of an airhead because I'm very fun and can be a little bit clumsy. But that's a big misconception. Are you a hero or a villain? So I would like to think that I'm a hero because I don't like to think that I am inherently bad. I don't think you have to be a bad person to be a villain, because villains are quite almost like a pantomime villain. That's kind of how I liken it. But because I don't like to think I'm inherently bad, but there is definitely a side of me that can be a little bit of a villain when push comes to shove. Yeah. So do you have a secret you plan on keeping about yourself in the game? So, going into the house, I'm going to keep a little bit under wraps about how smart I am. Yeah, do not tell people you're a rocket scientist. That is catnip for first boot. If people find out she's a rocket scientist, or if she accidentally lets that slip, she could be first boot. And I'm not going to tell the truth about what I do for work. Good. I think it puts a little bit of an unnecessary target on my back. Yes, it does. It really does, Mallorie. I'm glad you're aware of that. Why are you going to be the next winner of Big Brother? I'm going to be the next winner of Big Brother because people are going to underestimate me. They're going to see my fun, outgoing, energetic personality and not know that I'm a smart, logical, strategic thinker. They're never going to see me coming. All right, Mallorie. Well, I really enjoyed reading that. I just don't necessarily think she is going to be somebody who makes it very far. You know, we all have those feelings every year. You know, when we find out who the house guests are, we go, are they going to make it far? They're going to win. You know, Mallorie, right now at least, my opinion could completely change and will. It does. Yeah, Kelly vibes. Someone said it there. I get Kelly vibes from last year. More chill than Kelly. More chill than Kelly, but I do get Kelly vibes. I don't know. And if she's more chill than Kelly, that could... And if we're going off the Kelly, you know, if we're going off Kelly from last year, I think it could serve her better. But also, if she isn't as kind of gung-ho as Kelly, it might not serve. She might not be winning blockbusters. She might be put up as a pawn every single week. We'll see. This is so exciting, isn't it, folks? This is the best time of year. I am so freaking excited for Big Brother to start. Yeah. So that's Mallorie. Okay, not to be confused with Melody, guys. We have a Mallorie melody and lyric. You know, can I just say, Melody and Lyric, they're totally going to form an alliance, right? Some kind of music alliance. I just 100% see that happening. Melody and Lyric. It's reminded me of Big Brother 25 when they had a red, they had a blue, and an America. This year we've got Mallorie, Melody, Lyric. That's got to be intentional, right? Double M maybe for Melody and Mallorie, but Melody Morris. This is Melody, and she is also 24. Wow, I'm in good company here. There's a lot of 24-year-olds this year. She is from Thornton, Colorado, but she is currently living in Maricopa, Arizona. And her occupation is corporate game show host. Okay, Melody. That's a different one than I'm used to seeing. I'm interested to see how this one pans out. Describe yourself in 3 words. I would describe myself as ambitious, bold, and funny. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? Being on Big Brother feels amazing. What's your history with Big Brother? My mom will tell you that I've been watching Big Brother since I was in her womb, and then I came out the womb and I started watching it, so I've been watching it for a very long time. What's your biggest strength and your biggest weakness? I think my biggest strength would be relatability, just getting to know people. I'm a great listener. I feel like a lot of people from different walks of life. I feel like I know a lot of people from different walks of life. And I also come from a very wide range of growing up. So I think that'll be really great for me in the house. And I think my biggest weakness will be that I'm really sensitive. So if people are being mean to me, or if I can sense that I'm being left out, it might get to me a little bit. What I have to say though is if she's a corporate game show host, I feel like she'll be quite quick-witted, right? Because game show host or just hosts in general of anything, whether you're watching a TV show or YouTube or Twitch, you've got to be quick. You got to be able to do that stuff. And I think Melody, if she is a game show host, she probably has that skill set built in. So what's your strategy going into the house, Melody? I think my strategy is to align myself with the right people because, I was going to say, fork found in kitchen. I guess that's everybody's strategy. But I think it will be ideal to kind of play into how I look and kind of have people underestimate me at first. Okay, and then when it's time to go, I can show everybody that I can kick ass and win some stuff. What are you going to bring to Big Brother that we've never seen before? I think I'll bring some interesting quirks to Big Brother. I know we've seen that before, but I don't know. A weird variety of things are on the way. And what's the biggest misconception people have about you? I think the biggest misconception people have of me is I'm just some dumb, typical blonde sorority girl, and some of those things are true, but I am very intelligent, I'm very quick-witted, and I know how to get what I want. Well, I like the confidence there. I really do. I just hope she can live up to it, because something that happens every year with Big Brother is people talk a big game in the cast reveal and then don't actually do any of it while they're in the house. And the key really to analysing the cast is trying to figure out who is going to live up to what they're saying, who is not going to, and who is going to exceed it. Melody, I don't know. I just hope she does get what she wants. I'm just going to put a pin in it, because if she's saying that now, I just hope that in, 6 weeks, 7 weeks time, when a dominant alliance is picking people off and she's not part of it, I hope she shows us that she knows how to get what she wants. Shows that you got what it takes, Melody. But listen, she's a game show host. That's a skill set built in there that hopefully she can use. Are you a hero or a villain? It depends on who you ask. Great answer. Great answer, because no matter who it is in the world, even if we're looking at celebrities or anybody in politics or anything like that, it reminds me of the Wizard of Oz almost. It's all smoke and mirrors, really. It's people believe what you want them to believe, and other people believe other things. It's really all about how you get people to perceive you, because to one person you're a hero and to another you're a villain. So that actually might be my favourite answer there for the hero or villain question. I think that is... I don't know. You don't need to pad it out, It really depends on who you ask, right? There's never going to be you're a hero across the board or a villain across the board, because people are always going to have something to say, no matter, who you are. There's going to be difference of opinions. Tom for Big Brother 29. Oh, well, I appreciate that. I know people have been asking me to play for years. Riku says, I keep missing people talking about Jason. I keep tuning in so late, but I'm excited to see him on Big Brother as well. It was just on All Stars 11 and was probably the best character in a long time. Yeah, I had a lot of fun talking about Jason earlier. And by the way, folks, if you have tuned into this while I'm deep into it, It's going to be uploaded on the channel afterwards, so you can go back and see all my thoughts on the previous house guest I have discussed. So yes, it will be there. And I'll also remind everybody while I'm talking right now is that there is a Discord channel, Discord server that has been open to everybody recently. So come on in. The link is pinned in the chat right now. So if you want a really nice, lovely community of Big Brother fans to hang with, and I know that's quite hard to find sometimes in the Big Brother space, but trust me, we've got a lovely group of people in this Discord. So if you're looking for some nice folks to hang with, to chat live feeds with, to chat anything Big Brother with, to chat about the cast right now, come and join the Discord. The link is pinned in the chat. You'll be welcomed with open arms. Let's continue on Melody. Do you have a secret you plan on keeping about yourself in the game? I think that the only secret that I'll not reveal is that I'm a game show host. I think that's wise. Keep the skill set to yourself, and make something up. Everything else, I think, I'll be an open book about. I think relatability will be a really big strength of mine. Have you thought about creating a fake identity for the game? I'm not going to create a fake identity. I'm not going to create a fake identity. I'm not going to tell anybody that I'm a game show host, though. I'm just going to stick to waitress, which is also technically true. I just don't want them thinking that I have like a one-up on anything, but everything else, sure. I'm not a super great liar. I'm better at just keeping my mouth shut. There's quite a few occupations, isn't there, this season that it feels like it might be better to keep it a secret. Rocket scientist for Mallorie. MMA fighter, we've got Kamu, who's a trained fighter, and he's competed at the top of the board. Honestly, I wonder if people will know him, because I'm not in the MMA world at all. I don't follow that. As far as sports go for me, I've got my sports entertainment. I love the WWE, and I love the Red Sox as well. I follow Major League Baseball, but MMA, I'm a complete stranger to. So I don't really know much about that, and I don't know if he is well. Does anybody know? Have we got any MMA followers in the chat tonight or this afternoon? I'm wondering if it's a name that people know in the space, because I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't. But yeah, I think that's another occupation that you've got to hide. There's plenty of those occupations this season, and that's going to create more paranoia, which I love. I love it. So yeah, how do you normally handle conflict? So Melody says, the way I handle conflict really depends on the situation. I can either be very loud and in your face, or I can be very sly and quiet and then bite you when you weren't looking. That's good. I like that. How will you crush your enemies? I will crush my enemies in the game by being very quiet and sneaking up on them when they least expect it and pouncing. It's funny. She's talking a great game. She really is. I've got to give her that. She's really talking a great game. I just hope that she lives up to what she's saying. Okay, here we go. Are you open to showmancers? She is, I think, the first person who said I'm not open to showmancers. I think they're a bad idea, especially for a little blonde girl like me. I'll get caught up. I'll catch too many feelings, and then game over. I'm here to win some money. Okay, Melody, that's a great answer. Because, listen, I know it's a pet peeve among a lot of Big Brother fans for when we get a new cast and people say, I want to be in a showmancer, or I'm open to showmancers. It's one of the things that, people, at least if you're a hardcore fan, we're not big fans of when somebody says that showmance is on their mind, because it takes away from gamers. That is the answer I'm looking for. Listen, there's nothing wrong with showmancers, because it does actually, I feel like every single season, or most seasons, have a showmance that help us remember, when we look back, oh yeah, you remember that season where these two were together? It could be one of those, but sometimes you get showmancers that people don't really get on board with. I'm thinking Riley and Catherine from last year. I don't want to reheat those nachos. So I'm glad you said not open to showmancers. But again, I'm taking it with a grain of salt, because I think a lot of the time, people say I'm not open to showmancers, and then by week 4, the showmance edit kicks in. So we'll see. And then Melody, why are you going to be the next winner of Big Brother? I am going to be the next winner of Big Brother because it's something that I'm hungry for. When I set my mind to something, I usually get it, and I want to win Big Brother. Straightforward, straight to the point. That's my biggest takeaway with Melody. All of her questions and answers, very much, her responses are concise. She's not trying to overdo it. So that leads me to two spaces where I'm like, A, she's just going to be a very honest and cutthroat player, or B, she is just kind of lackluster. I don't want to. Listen. I want to be optimistic. So right now, I'm going to say the first option I said, and hopefully she's just very honest, upfront, and cutthroat. But again, we're going to get a better gauge for the personalities when they actually mix, because when you're talking to, when you're talking to a producer and they're saying, answer these questions, or someone from the press, answer these questions. Oh my, something's just happened to the screen. Let me figure this one out. I'm going to just reload the screen because I don't know what happened there. Oh, and we're back. There we go. Hello, Melody. But I think when, I don't know. I think when you're talking to a producer or you're answering questions to someone from the press, the answers are very different to when we actually just see people interacting with one another. That's when you see the real side come out, and on the feeds. So this is really just a preamble. I'm feeling, but yeah, let's keep the party going. We have Rome Seymour. Fantastic mustache, sir. I'll give you that. Let's see. Rome looks like he's even his pose looks like a villain pose. The arms crossed. The eyes are giving it a bit of that. I'm getting villain off Rome. Let's see. Okay, so Rome is 28. He's from Traverse City, Michigan. And I really hope I'm getting all these states correct. I am a Brit after all. Current city, Delray Beach, Florida. Occupation, pickleball coach. Well, it was only a matter of time, wasn't it, folks? Describe yourself in 3 words. Bashful, extroverted, and extremely excitable. Let's see what Rome has to say. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? To be on Big Brother is a dream. I've never felt anything as exciting as this before. This is something you can only dream of, and it's coming true in this very moment. That's a great answer. That's what we like to hear as a super fan. What's your history with Big Brother? I'm actually a new fan. I just started watching it not that long ago, and I've already blistered through about 3 seasons of it. Oh, that's not. 3 seasons? I hate to say it, but that's amateur numbers. Yeah, okay. What's your biggest strength and your biggest weakness? My biggest strength is that I'm extremely competitive. I'm going to try and win all the challenges, or at least the ones I need to. And I think my weakness is that I have a loud mouth and I'm not going to back down from anyone in that house. I'm sure that's going to get you far, bro. Yeah, no. Listen, on a live feed level, I'm thinking, okay, all right, we got someone who's spicy and isn't, is probably going to get into arguments, but at the same time, on a game level, which is what I'm here to analyze, of course, that's not good. Guys, I'm going to make a prediction. If we find out that Angela is in there again, I wish this bloody Mount Jaro thing would disappear. I apologize. I think if Angela's in there, I think this is going to be the one that Angela is going to have beef with. I think, she did the whole thing with Matt in 26. I think she might want to reheat the nachos a little bit, and I don't think Angela's going to like this guy if she's in there. It's 2 sides of the coin, innit? You've got a young guy who is going to speak his mind, and Angela, she's the typical older house guest who also speaks her mind. I don't think they're going to get along if Angela's in there, and I think she is, by the way, just for the folks watching right now. I am like 95% sure Angela is going to be on this cast. So, what's your biggest strength? We know we did that one already. So, are you a hero or a villain? I see myself as a hero, but I think a lot of people in the house are going to see me as a villain just because I'm so competitive that I want to win and I talk a lot of trash. Have you thought about creating a fake identity for the game? I actually have a fake identity already. My real name's not actually Rome, it's Jack. So, my best friends have been calling me Rome since before I can remember, so I went into the house saying, hey, the new best friends I'm going to make are all going to call me Rome. But my mom, if you ask her, will never call me anything but her sweet Jack. I've seen this story before. I've seen this story before. Do you have a secret you plan on keeping about yourself in the game? I think I'm not going to tell everyone my real name right away. I think I want everyone to know me as Rome first. And then the people that are closest to me I trust eventually really know that I can trust them by calling me Jack. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good call, because as soon as you tell one person, I feel like the whole house is going to know. And then it's like, oh, this guy's just kept his name from us for this long. How can we trust him? Yeah, I don't know. How do you normally handle conflict? Conflict resolution is one of my best qualities. Huh? Okay, let's just... He says, I talk a lot of trash, I have a loud mouth, and I don't back down from anyone. But he also says he's good at conflict resolution. Okay. We love a self-aware king. I know when I talk to people softly, and I know when to be a little bit more expressive towards them. So when it comes to conflict, I'm fine with that. But I won't back down for anyone. If they come into my face, I will not be stepping back from them. Do you have a secret talent or quirk that you think will help you in the game? I tell people I'm a huge nerd, but no one really knows what that means. One of my biggest things is that I collect trading cards in my free time. Okay, that's the first good thing he said, because I love trading cards. I collect trading cards in my free time, so it really shows that I'm not just the jock and the athlete, that I do actually have that nerdy side that people can trust and say, oh, he actually isn't as we expected. How will you crush your enemies? I'll crush my enemies by being more confident than them. The way I present myself is everything to me. I walk into every room thinking that I'm the most confident person there and I can get anything. Are you open to showmancers? He's definitely open to showmancers. I am open to a showmance. I've been single for a long time now, and it's hard finding love in the real world, so why not do it in the house? Why are you going to be the next winner of Big Brother? I don't think he is. Let's keep going. I'm joking. I'm going to be the next winner of Big Brother because my competition matches no one else's. I'm beyond everybody when it comes to competing. I'm the most competitive person I've ever met, and I never give up. Well, folks, that's Rome. Rome Seymour, or Jack. Jack Seymour is the real name, I guess. I don't know how I'm feeling about this guy. I don't think he's going to be first boot because, I don't know, I just don't see that happening. But I also see his target snowballing within the first few weeks. And then everyone's just going to be like, oh, we have to get Rome out. We have to get Rome out, right? I think the majority of stuff he said isn't going to come into fruition. But listen, if he's going to bring arguments, I suppose it keeps feeds interesting. But again, is he actually going to do it? But he says he's going to be the next winner of Big Brother because his competition matches nobody else's. I don't know. I think Latrice would like to have a word. There she is. I love Latrice. I really do like her so far. I've got my eye on her. But yeah, that's Rome, everybody. I'm just checking the chat right now, seeing what folks are thinking. Pooch vibes from Rome. Okay, I could see that. Jess says he's giving me Devon vibes too. Like he'll try and get an alliance of the strongest guys together and then implode it. I could see that. I really could. Yeah, I don't know. I could definitely see that happening. Let's see what else everyone said. Okay, bye Rome, giving me bad vibes. Okay, I think everyone's thinking he's going to be quite an early boot. But again, it's early days. Early days. We'll see how things pan out. All right. Let's talk about Taylor. Taylor Brown. What a kind face. Very kind face. Warm smile. She's 27 and hometown Deerfield Beach, Florida, and her occupation is elementary school counselor. Okay, so she probably knows how to deal with personalities. Being a school counselor, I would guess you deal with kids and parents alike. So you're probably going to deal with, kids who aren't behaving themselves, kids who are behaving themselves, and also parents who aren't behaving themselves and are behaving themselves. So I'm sure she's going to be good socially, Taylor. I'm feeling good about her so far. Describe yourself in 3 words. If I had to describe myself in 3 words, it would be all in one. How does it feel to be on Big Brother? It feels amazing to be on Big Brother. It is literally a dream come true. What's your history with Big Brother? I am a big fan of Big Brother. I've been a casual viewer of Big Brother since I was a young girl. I fell off a little bit when I was in college. Let me just zoom this in, folks. I'm reading it off 2 different screens right now, so let me just get that there. I fell off a little bit when I was in college because of a really bad breakup for some reason. Big Brother was the only thing I could binge watch for like 6 months. I watch episodes. I am not a live streamer. What is your strategy going into the house? My strategy going to Big Brother is called the Big B Blowout. I have this weird game plan that makes sense only in my head, but I'm very excited to see if it works out. The Big B Blowout is basically having a 3-part team where there's a team captain for the floaters and there's a team captain for the 2 tethered teams, and with that we're just going to use each other where there's going to be a final 3, and then we're going to all work together with our teams to maneuver the house, the votes, and the competitions. All right, so this is, the first person who's actively said like an example of strategy. So this is already, even whether it's good strategy or not, I feel like she is. Look at all these bloody pop-ups. It's egregious. I feel like Taylor is somebody who knows the game. And saying binge watching it for 6 months, you probably went through a lot of seasons, probably more than 3. But we'll see. Okay. Why? What are you going to bring to the Big Brother house that we've never seen before? I think I'm going to bring realness to the show. We've seen realness before. I think I'm going to bring light to the show. We've also seen light. And I also think I'm going to bring love to the show. I think that's what Julie signs off every episode with. Something that viewers at home want to see. Someone who can be relatable. Someone who feels like I'm your sister or maybe even your cousin. I do get that vibe. She seems like the girl next door. She seems sweet. I do like her. And listen, I just jumped on her misconception. The biggest misconception people have about me is that I'm all sweet and innocent until I open my mouth. She's going to be a threat. I feel it. I do. I feel it. Are you a hero or a villain? I am a hero at heart, but actually I'm just coming out of my villain era, so I might have to go back in. That's a good answer. That's a really good answer. I like that. Yeah. Why are you going to be the next winner of Big Brother? I am going to be the next winner of Big Brother because I am that girl. Yeah, you are, Taylor. I am able to be strategic and I am able to be social, and not only that, I am also able to be very competitive. Okay, Taylor. I'm getting good vibes about her. I like her. I think she will know how to deal with a lot of different personalities, and with her, externally, showing herself as the sweet person, I think that could work to her advantage massively. I want to see what the chat has to say about Taylor. Okay, so yeah, I've already seen people talking about, because it's time trip and, we might be seeing, twists from the past come back. What if already there is a DNA twist baked into the cast? I've already seen people theorizing that Latrice and Taylor are mother and daughter, and it's just being kept secret from us for now. But I think if any season was to do it, it would be this one. I don't know. I'm not sold yet. There isn't enough evidence for me to be sold on that yet, but I think it's possible. I do. I really think it's possible, and it would be really cool. I'd like that. I'd appreciate if everybody could hit the like button. There's over 100 people watching right now, I believe, which is fantastic. Thank you so much for the folks joining me. I'm planning on doing more live streams this season, so if you're enjoying this kind of video, please let me know, because that's what will keep me going and keep me doing these streams. So I'd love to hear if you guys are enjoying this kind of video, and I will definitely think about doing more of those this season. But yes, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. I give live feed updates every single day, so you can find out everything that's going on in the house. And as I've discussed earlier in the video, the Discord link is pinned to the chat if you want to join a lovely, warm Big Brother community of people who are just absolutely buzzing about the show. Like I said, the cast has just dropped, and everybody, I can see, I'm getting notifications on my phone popping up right now, people talking about it in the Discord. So if you want to join, please feel free. You'll be welcomed with open arms, as we begin to talk about Yash. This is Yash Patel. Again, very lovely smile there, very kind face. Let's talk about Yash. Oh, it's another 24-year-old. It's another 24-year-old. There's so many 24-year-olds this year. This is great. I'm also 24. His hometown is Monroe Township, New Jersey, and his occupation is financial analyst. Oh, okay. So how does it feel to be on Big Brother? It feels fantastic. It feels like I was born for this, competing, socializing, having fun. That's what I do. What's your history with Big Brother, Yash? I'm more of a casual. Also, that ain't right. That's not Taylor. That's Yash. This Taylor Brown on Big Brother 28. When it comes to my strategy, I would tell you, except that I'm not gonna. That's the top secret. So he's either got something or he's just absolutely talking out of his ass. I have no idea. Yes, I'm 24. That's right. But yeah, top secret. Interesting. I guess we'll find out on Thursday what Yash's vibe is in terms of his strategy. Now, what are you going to bring to Big Brother that we've never seen before? Yash Patel, silly question. Come on now. Okay, I'm not liking his answers. He's not giving us much. He's not giving us much, folks. It's an easy answer. What's the biggest misconception people have about you? I think because I'm very fun, people might not think I'm smart. But I'm actually secretly a nerd. Before I had this haircut, this nice beard, and this outfit, I had textbooks and pencils. That's just the way it is. I could see it. I could see the nerd. I think people will see through that. Are you a hero or a villain? Asking whether or not I'll be a hero or a villain, he's just dodging every question. Is kind of tough because I think I'll be exactly what I need to be based on the situation. I do like that though because it tells me that he's an adaptable player. So yeah, we'll see. I feel like I'm saying that for a lot of these people. I'm like, we'll see, based on just like very vague answers. And listen, we're scratching the surface here. This is just very, very early days. And we're going to really get to see more personality when the live feeds start on Friday night. And we get to see the premiere episode on Thursday. So, do you have a secret you plan on keeping about yourself in the game? So, I don't know if I actually want everybody to know that I'm a finance analyst. I think that's probably for the best. There's a lot of occupation lying this year, which I enjoy. I might have to lie, say that I worked in marketing or something, because I don't need people getting all insecure on me. And are you open to showmances? This guy definitely is. Oh, of course I'm open to a showmance. You're telling me I could win 750,000 and find a wife? Sign me up. It's funny. I mean, it's weird. I met the person I married through Big Brother. Even though I wasn't on Big Brother, we were both Big Brother fans, on social media. And now, I'm married to my wonderful Sam, and I'm sitting in Massachusetts in the USA, all the way from the northeast of England in the UK. So, Big Brother really can bring people together, whether you're in that house or not. I'm married because of Big Brother, and I met the most wonderful human ever through Big Brother. So I'm trying myself to not be as harsh on when people say showmances. I know it's a different thing, but you can find love through Big Brother. There is definitely a truth to it. How do you normally handle conflict? There's a lot of different ways I would handle conflict. I think it depends on the situation. If someone's trying to get at me, I'll most likely brush it off. But if there's a conflict going on amongst other people, I'm in there making opportunity. I don't know why, but I'm getting the vibe that Yash is going to be someone who's saying he's going to do that, but I feel like he's just going to sit there and not do it. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Do you have a secret talent or quirk that you think will help you in the game? One of my hidden talents is that I'm really good at mazes. Ever since I was a kid, I've been very good at just putting pencil on paper and getting myself out of a maze. So that's one of those things where if there's some sort of maze competition, maybe, just maybe, I could put that to use. Yeah, there are, I'm thinking blockbuster, that kind of thing. Your back's against the wall and you've got to guide a ball down some kind of maze to get yourself off the block. That might be his gambit. That could be the moment. How will you crush your enemies? Oh, that's a heavy question. I like it. I will crush my enemies any which way, you name it. Socially, competitively, mentally, and physically. Any way they need to be crushed, I could do that. Again, fantastic answer. I just hope he lives up to it. And folks, that is the first lot of house guests that have been revealed. And if we noticed as well, I'm just going to go back through them real quick. We'll just do a quick overview, but yeah, that isn't a full cast. I think there's going to be some twists. I think there's going to be some twists on night one where we find out certain people are joining the game, potentially from reality shows. And, okay, I think it's been discussed now. Let me just... Okay. Give me just 2 minutes, folks. I'm going to pull up a very important link. So here we go. Give me just 2 seconds. I'm getting it. And it's true. It's happening. Oh, my word, folks. Survivor star Rick Devens will be entering the Big Brother house. Oh, my word. I'm so happy. Oh, my God. I'm so happy. I am so Oh my word. I could cry. I could cry. If you guys have followed my Survivor coverage or just have followed me in general, you'll know that I love this man. This, to the folks who don't know him, is Rick Devens. This is a guy who competes on Survivor. He's been on twice now. And, we just got Boston robbed. I don't know what happened there. The tribe has spoken. This is Rick Devens. And Rick Devens is somebody who, no matter what happens, he keeps fighting. I have never seen the man back down. And what he also does is, as well, he puts on shows and he blows people's games up on the spot. So on eviction nights and when, things are, really detrimental, he will stand up and blow someone's game up on the spot. Because he is there for a good time and he is there to make sure that no matter what he does, he is going to give it his all, right? So even if Rick knows that there's a good chance he's going out tonight, he's got nothing to lose. He blows someone's game up. Or he is so chaotic and so messy, but in a good way. He's had a good track record. And the man did... Okay, so let me just recap for folks on Survivor 50 on this past season. I believe it was the final 8. There was 8 house guests left, or 8 survivors left, 8 castaways left. And, Mr. Beast comes in and he has a coin and says, if anybody wants to flip this coin... And if it lands on this, if you call it right, the prize money will be doubled from $1 million to $2 million. And every single person said, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm playing it safe. Which is crazy because literally one of them was about to be voted out, which is insanity. But Rick stepped up and said, I'm doing it. Everyone's coming for me anyway. I've got nothing to lose. He flips the coin, calls it correctly, and the prize money becomes $2 million. And then on his first season... every single tribal council, everybody was trying to get him out. He was the cat with 9 lives. And I love when a player like this can keep it going. They're trying to get him out. Let's get Rick out. Let's get Rick out every single night. But Rick would just blow up tribal council, blow up someone's game. He'd pull an idol out of his pocket. He'd pull a twist out of his pocket and keep it interesting. Basically, what I'm telling you folks who haven't seen Rick Devens before, this man is going to give us good live feeds this summer. And just to summarize his personality, he's just a really sweet family man who is an entertainer. He used to be a news anchor, and he knows how to entertain people. Let's go, Rick Devens! I am so freaking happy that he's going to be on the cast. I am absolutely buzzing and bouncing right now. Rick freaking Devens. Let's really just go over the cast again. We've got Ashley. We have Barrett, who I am very much looking forward to. We have Chuck. We also have Drew. Everybody, drop your favourites. Drop your preseason favourite in the chat. We've got Haley. We've got Jason, or Selena from Drag Race. We've got Kamu, who is an MMA fighter, which is, really something he's going to have to hide. We've got Latrice, who I am very excited about. We've got Lyric. We also have Mallorie. We also have Melody. Next up is Rome. She definitely got a great reception from this chat. And we also have Taylor and Yash, as well as Rick freaking Devens. I think we should quickly read this Rick article. No need to flip a coin to determine if Survivor star Rick Devens will appear on another CBS reality show because it's happening. Entertainment Weekly can exclusively report that the Survivor 50 fan favourite has moved from the island to the Big Brother house and will compete in season 28 of the reality show, which premieres July 9th on CBS. And Devens is not the only Survivor competitor that will be part of the new cast, as Entertainment Weekly has learned that a second former castaway will also be vying for the 750k. The identity of that second player has yet to be revealed. Guys, I think I know who it is. Again, let me just pull up another tab, and I'm gonna tell you who I think it's gonna be. I think. Again, we'll see. I think it's going to be I don't know. Should I'm going to say it. I think it's going to be D. I do. I think it's going to be D. I'll just bring D up real quick for the folks who don't know D. This is D here. D has won Survivor, folks. D has won Survivor. She was on, and she was just on season 50 with Rick as well. So I wonder if that's going to filter in as like a big target. But yeah, Rick Devens is in. We got Selena from Drag Race. We've got D from Survivor. And I think Angela's going to be there as well. And I think they're going to reveal that one on premiere night. D, Selena, Rick Devens, and Angela. That's 4 Chaos players, if I've ever seen one. That's 4 people who bring chaos to the table. And quite frankly, I can't get enough of it. I can get enough of these pop-ups, though. But, oh my word. This is Rick at Tribal Council with Mr. Beast and Jeff. This is when he flipped the coin. And yeah, he's very, very, he keeps it very, very interesting. I want to see if he's actually said anything. Has he done an interview yet or whatever? But it doesn't seem like it. But yeah, there he is with the great Cirie Fields. Rick's played with some of the greats. Put it that way. He's played with Ozzy, Cirie, D, you know, Colby from season 2, Jenna from season 1 of Borneo. Yeah. We've got a good cast, folks, and I can't wait for summer to get started. And I do think, again, Dee and Angela are yet to be revealed, and we'll find them out very, very soon. But yes, there it is, folks. There is my cast reaction. I hope you all enjoyed it. This is the first time I've done a stream like this. So if you're enjoying this kind of stream, I'd love to know, because if people did enjoy this, I'll definitely consider doing more of these kind of things. And Jess says, hey, Tom, I'm thinking you'll need your biggest supply of coffee and M&Ms yet. I would certainly agree. Thanks to all the wonderful people who sent in these bloody pop-ups. This is going to become a bit, isn't it? Anybody who sends in, who sent in a super thanks, I really appreciate you. You're so wonderful. But yeah, I'm ready for the games to begin, and I just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting today. So wonderful that we could have over 100 viewers here at one time. Brilliant, fantastic. Let the games begin. If you are still looking to chat more Big Brother and you can't get enough, join the Discord. I have pinned the link in the description there from E. Gracie. You can join the Discord, and everybody's chatting in there right now. I can see it. I'm getting the notifications popping up. Everyone's chatting about the new cast. So if you're looking for a nice community to be with for Big Brother, and you're looking for people to talk to, and also while it's on as well, I'll have a chat in there where you can talk live streams and other live feeds and keep up with everything that's going on. I'm also in there. So come say hi. Come join us. You'll be welcomed with open arms. Again, the link to join is in the description and pinned in the chat. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Jess, for that super thanks there. He's another contribution to your coffee and snack fund. I really appreciate that, Jess. You're absolutely wonderful. Jess is also in the Discord. We love Jess. So come and join, folks. Come say hi, and I'll be chatting in there right after this stream's done. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. I hope that you're all staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. Remember to be kind to one another. But I've been your host, Tom Vasey, and I hope you take care of yourself. Say it with me, folks.